For the B9 platform, can you talk about why 91 gas has such a nice bump in power going over from 710 to 810, but the power on 93 is virtually identical between the two turbos?
Yeah, it comes down to just the efficiency of the turbo itself and how it reacts with the given octane. And we found that we were able to get some more headroom in there on 91. 91 is definitely more sensitive to back pressure and just cylinder pressures, air temperatures,
Yeah.
you name it.
The exhaust mental pressure is a big issue.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a matter of the turbos and the efficiencies of differences between the two is where that comes from. 93, we weren't as limited on that, so yeah, it didn't change a bunch as you saw. So yeah, it's just a function of the turbos, and we bring out what we can from each combination.
Yeah.
What?
And not to say that the 710 is restrictive. It's much better flowing than the factory turbo.
Absolutely.
The 810 is was interesting. It was typically as if you, for example, take if you go in the Garrett catalog or the Borg Warner catalog, and you go up in turbo size. So you go from the 300 horsepower turbo to the 350 to the 400. You see pretty consistent trends in how these turbos produce power. We did not see that going from 710 to 810. The 810 is a little bit of a freak. Like, it makes more power and it kind of does everything really well. So
yeah, we actually found it's spooled either the same or earlier than the 710s in the same situations.
Which you would never, if you had to guess, you would never guess a turbo with a compressor that can flow 100 more horsepower would do that. But there's a lot going on with these factory hybrid turbos. TTE is going in there and fitting bigger turbine wheels. They're putting different turbine wheels in. And as they cut and expand into the housing or open it up, the airflow characteristics can change pretty dramatically. Where, say, a Garrett housing would, as you go from one turbine wheel to the next.
Yeah, and I mean, you could also look. I'd have to look and talk to TTE about it. That you can change turbine or compressor. The compressor itself to a newer tech or better. Better aerodynamics, which would, I guess, you could equate to like a GT30 versus a GTX30.
Mm-hmm.
Where you would get kind of the similar, performance and spool bump.
They mentioned that the compressor is different on the 810.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a different compressor. It's a different. So you can get more than just size and you can get some different characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.